The neighbor's got a truck on fire.
You enjoy that? You like the inside references?
That's not good because his trailer is right there and other cars. Oh, there's the truck. It really burned up, didn't it? Glad nobody was hurt. Right, I'm going to come over in here and give the chickens some mealworms. Steve's already gave them some, but they deserve extras. I'm going to go out and clean out their coop. Hey, girls. Hi, girls. Hi, Romeo. You guys doing good? Huh? You're awful quiet. Yeah. Everybody else in the coop? I'm gonna go clean it out for you. Nobody's been in the other side over there very much, have you? Too cold, huh? You don't like the snow. I didn't get Susie up there. She's the only one that really likes to perch, don't ya? She's an Americana. You gonna jump? Go ahead. All right, I got a whole 5-gallon bucket of chicken poop out of their coop, and that, excuse me, I had my mask on. Whew, I catch my breath.
I took our heater out of the chicken coop. It was plugged up, the light was on, but it was cold as could be, so I don't know what happened with that.
Yeah, it goes on the wall, and we only used it, this is the 2nd year.
Yeah.
We use it, you pay for stuff.
Stuff don't last worth crap anymore.
I know. Okay, well, that part's done. Supposed to get a whole bunch of more snow. Let's see, I don't want to make you dizzy. I'm going to turn around slow. Hey, babe, how much snow did you say we were?
Well, if it's what that said on my phone, between 6 and 11 inches by Tuesday morning.
Look at all the ice up here, guys. Oh, I hope it doesn't tear the spouting down. Oh well, it is what it is, right?
My poor truck's gonna be so buried it ain't ever gonna get out.
I know. These are the beautiful roses that Steve got me for Valentine's Day. My son and his wife brought this over to me last night, and she put that, I don't know what that's called, but she's got a machine that makes that saying and the words and the picture, and that's my dad. And she wrote, "With you always." Isn't that so neat? I love it. All right, anybody that was with me the other day, this is the picture that I'm trying to paint. And it's, of course, going to be my own version, but that's what I got done. Got a few of the flowers and stuff in her lap. Started on a few of the limbs and part of the house and the window and the way her curtains were pulled. So yeah, it's going to take me a while, but that's what I've got done so far. So for dinner, I'm going to make some vegan chili, and I am going to put all of the recipe in the description box below. The only thing that I don't have is nutmeg, so I'm just going to use some of that, probably apple pie seasoning, because it does have nutmeg in it, and I don't know, maybe it doesn't call for a lot, so maybe it won't change the taste of the chili, but it might add something. Who knows? Just try it and see, right? First thing that I'm going to be doing is chopping up a red onion, and then I'm going to saute that with water in my skillet here, along with a green pepper after I get that chopped up. So I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, we've got the green peppers and the red onion sauteing. I've added a little bit of water. And once this is sauteed for a few minutes, we're going to add some minced garlic. One of the other things that I didn't find, I seen it when I looked it up on Amazon, but anyway, it is called, let's see, where did I see it at? Mushroom powder. I love mushrooms, but I had never heard of mushroom powder, so I will be ordering me some of that, so whenever I make this again, I can have that available. And I was going to say, you can use canned beans, and this calls for different types of beans like kidney beans, pinto beans, black beans, but instead of paying extra for the cans, I already had bought bags of, all different types of beans. So I've been cooking them in the crock pot all day, and a can of beans is like a cup and a half. So I'll just put out what I need, maybe a little bit more, because what I have left over of this, I am going to put in the freezer. They say that it freezes really well. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the garlic. And once again, this is the minced garlic that I got that is in water. I'm going to put a little bit extra because I'm going to end up probably putting a little bit of everything extra since I have so many beans. And that way, like I said, I can freeze it. I've got freezer bags or containers. I know one thing. I have enjoyed cooking as far as, because the smell, the aroma of everything that I have been cooking lately is so full of different seasonings that it's enjoyable. Alright, so I got my stock pot out, dumped those vegetables and the beans, took most of the water out of the beans, and now I'm going to add in some of the organic vegetable broth. They said about, like I was talking about earlier, they said 2 cups, but I'm going to go ahead and use the whole box. It's 4 cups, I believe, in here, and yes, because I'm going to let this cook a while, and I don't want it to get super dry. Okay, now we'll start adding some of the seasonings in there. Of course, we're going to use some pepper. Is that a quarter of a teaspoon? It's probably a little bit more, but it's okay. Because when you cook, you kind of do things the way that you want it done, and you'll enjoy the taste better. 4 tablespoons of chili powder. It called for 3. I'm going to put the recipe that they gave in the description. I won't do the one that I'm doing, because I'm adding a little bit more since I have more beans and things.
Excuse me.
A teaspoon of cumin.
Man, something strong in that.
Yeah, I'm putting spices in now, so you're probably really getting a good whiff of them. A tablespoon of paprika. I got this Spanish style. It called for smoked, and I couldn't find that, so it's probably going to be a little bit warmer than regular. And then we're going to have a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'll make it a little bit over again. And then we've got a quarter of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Okay, let's stir that all up and let those seasonings start incorporating into the beans and the vegetable broth. now we're gonna open up our diced tomatoes. Now this called for a can of the diced and a can of crushed. Well, I had the diced in the cabinet already, and I thought, I'm not gonna go out and buy crushed, you know, just because it said so. Tomato's a tomato, right? And they're not like they're huge chunks. So use what you got in your cabinet. And then we are going to use some tomato paste. It says a 6-ounce can. And I've got a 12-ounce can. But that's going to be okay. What happened to that? Oh, here it is. I love tomatoes, as you guys probably already figured out, and I do have so many extra beans in here that I think it's going to be fine. Okay, let's get that all stirred up. I've never fixed this before, but I did watch some videos and it looked delicious when it was all done. Okay, now the last thing that we're going to put in, well, I'll set that there, is actually, it's going to be lentils. And it said not to cook these like you do the rest of your beans, just to put them in and let, as this is all cooking down, that the lentils will soften up. So let's see how many it said to do. It says 4 ounces, and this has got 16 ounces. So I'm going to use about half of the bag. They say they really add something to this chili, so we will find out, won't we? Okay, we're going to put this on simmer and put the lid on it. Let me turn this down a little bit. And we're going to let that simmer. I'll come back in here in the kitchen every few minutes or so and make sure I stir it up so it doesn't get stuck to the bottom. But anyway, we're going to leave this in to simmer for about, I think they called for about 45 minutes. Yeah. So cook it around 45 minutes or until your lentils are actually cooked. And there's a little note when I wrote this down. It says that theirs makes 3 quarts, keeps about 4 days in the refrigerator, and freezes for actually several months. So that's what I'm hoping to do. So if I have a couple days where I'm not feeling that great, and you guys know that happens with me, I can just take it out of the freezer and I'll have my dinner ready. Be back in a little bit. I guess I should have told you guys that I ended up using pinto beans, the red kidney beans over here, black beans. So just use whatever you have. And then of course I had to buy the lentils. I got busy with all that and forgot it called for a can of corn. So now we have all the ingredients. Yeah, that adds some really pretty color. This is the finished product and it tastes absolutely delicious. I'll be eating on this and putting me some in the freezer. Very, very good. Thanks everybody for being with us today. And have a good night, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.